guys, Tim here. This is Sarah with the Soul Youth Pastors.
We would love for you to join us Thursday nights, 7 p.m. at the Soul website.
See you guys there.
Hey guys, welcome back to Soul Church Online. My name is Utah and this is Cherie and we are the Associate Pastors of Soul Church Matamata.
We're so glad that you could join us tonight and we hope that you've had an awesome last week in your bubble. Remember that next week we head into level 3, which is super exciting and shows that as a nation we're making progress with the whole COVID-19 situation. Tonight we have Dion sharing with us our final message for the All In series, which has been awesome.
So make sure you grab a coffee, grab your dinner and grab a seat and we'll check in with you after the message.
Hey Soul, so good to be with you again this week, and I hope this week's been a better one for you. I hope you're again settling into those rhythms of being in lockdown, and if you've got kids at home that are doing their schooling online, that's going smoothly and you've managed to iron out the few problems from last week, just getting them used to it, getting them back into things, and the internet issues and all those things. Hopefully that's all going well for you in your house. And we've had some clarity this week on where we're heading with lockdown and when it's going to end and those sorts of things, providing we keep tracking like we're tracking, and at this stage it's looking really good. So that's awesome, and so a big thank you to you and your bubble for what you've done to make that happen. And it's so good that we've got some, I guess, an end point to where this is going, so we can crack on and get the economy up and running again and get back to normal and get our lives back to as normal as we can. And so, again, well done for that. I was thinking about it today and thinking it's kind of ironic that we're in lockdown and tomorrow we're celebrating Anzac Day, and just remembering those men that fought in wars so that we could have freedom, and we're sort of locked up a bit. And I'm not by any means saying that it's anything like what they went through to fight for that freedom, but it is a good reminder for us to know what it is like to not have freedom. And so tomorrow, I think it'd be really cool if as many of us as can support the Anzacs and what they did, and just show our support to them in any way that we can in the restricted time that we're in. So it's something that's definitely worth remembering. So thank you to anyone that served, anyone, family members that served in wars and world wars, and we just thank you for the sacrifice that you made. And we're in our All In series at the moment, and there's nothing more all in than going to give up your life for your country and for your fellow man. So that is all in. Hey, I'm just going to start by praying, so if you join with me now, that'd be really good, and then we'll get into tonight. Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for who you are. We thank you for the fact that you don't change. You're not different, even though we're in the middle of this world pandemic, Lord. You're bigger than that, and we thank you for that. We thank you for how this country's responded. We thank you that we're seemingly on top of this thing at this stage. And we just pray for those people who have lost loved ones due to the virus. And Lord, we also just really want to lift all those people up whose jobs have been affected. And there's people that don't have work. They don't have an income. And we just pray that you're with them now, Lord, that you'll help them to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There is hope. There is a future. And Lord, I just really pray that as a country we just rally around those people, and we all get stuck in and do our bit to get this place up and rolling again, so that those people don't have to suffer for too long. And so Lord, just be with them, keep them strong, Lord. Father, again, we thank you for who you are and for your Son, Jesus. Amen. So tonight's a little bit different. I think tonight it's the last one of our All In series. So for me, it's more of a bit of a reflection on what we've looked at and what we're we've been learning about through All In, and there's a couple of things we've learned from it, which has been awesome. And a lot of that's come out of being in lockdown. I've said over the weeks that we're doing stuff we've never done before because of lockdown, and that's been awesome. And I think for us as a church and as a group of people, we've been pushed and we've been stretched and we've grown, and we've really been challenged to be better at what we do because of lockdown. And so we are all in. And I just want to start by saying a massive thank you to our staff and our leadership at Soul, because right through this whole thing, from the time, there's a fly, I'm just going to shoot that off and not push stop, because I've been doing that a few times and I don't want to do it again, so we'll just carry on. So if you guys are good, I'm good, we'll carry on. Goodbye, fly. So as I was saying, all in. We have got a church full of people who are all in, and with this thing kicking off, we started back when Paul de Jong was going to come and speak to us, and it was getting going, and we just said, look, we can't meet, and then the rules changed anyway, and so we decided to put Paul's message online, and that was the first time we've ever done anything online as far as the church service goes. And the following Monday we met. It was a couple of days before lockdown started, and I said to the team, look, we've got to do this. We've got to get online. We've got to just get stuck into it. And there wasn't one of them that said no. And they never said, look, we can't do this, we don't have this, we don't have that. There was no excuses, there was nothing. It was just like, right, what do we need to do? And that for me is exciting, and it should be exciting for you, because I can tell you, you're in really, really, really good hands with the leadership of this church. And they all just stand up when the going gets tough. The tough get going, and that's what they do. So I just want to say a big thank you to them for their efforts. We haven't been perfect, that's for sure, and we've learnt a lot, and it's been an interesting journey. But it's been so good. We're just doing stuff that we never thought we'd be able to do, and it's really, really cool. Right from preschool to Kids Soul Youth on a Thursday night, it's all awesome, And so that's exciting. It's exciting for the future. It's exciting to see where God is moving us and changing us and stretching us. And I think when you're doing something for God, it's the worst thing you can do to get complacent and get lax about what you're doing. And so, the people that are calling the shots here at Soul, and I know there's so many of you guys that are just out in the community, in your areas, just doing so much to help and help your neighbours and look out for people. And in some ways we've connected better than we've ever connected before with the people around us. I know just up my road, and people are a lot more friendly. There's a lot of people out walking and stuff up the road, and they're always waving. It's such a good thing. So I think humanity is going to be better off because of this. There's some hard stuff and there's some big challenges ahead. But as humans, I think we're going to come out the other side of this better, and we're going to be more focused on the things that actually mean something. Stace talked last week in our intro about the pilot was trying to land a plane that had all sorts of issues going on with the engines and wiring and whatnot, and he just decided to not focus on the stuff that wasn't working and to focus on the stuff that was working, and he landed that plane safely, and every passenger on that plane walked out. And that's what it's been like for us. We've looked at the things that have worked and we've built on them, and then every week we've tried to do something more and something better, and it's going really well. So I just want to say again, thank you to everybody that's been involved in that. It's awesome. We're going to be doing it for a while yet. Even at level 2, we can't meet in our building because it's a group bigger than 100 people. So this is going to be going for a while, and we're not finished with it yet. We've still got more to learn, and we've got things we can do better, and there's more room to grow. But it's awesome. And so as I say, I just want to say thank you for that. As I said, we're tonight is a bit of a reflection here, and I think for me, I've just had throughout this whole thing this idea that we need to be honest about where we're at, and there's going to be some hurting people and some people we need to get alongside and help and carry along for a bit. And so I guess I'm asking, for you to be honest. If you've got things that we can help with, let us know, because I think in this day and age with social media and everything else that you can portray how you are in life in a way that's not actually real. You can have people thinking you've got it all together and things are looking pretty good when they may not be. And so it's a time for people to be honest, and it's also a time for us to not just sit there and if we think something is not quite right or somebody needs a hand or somebody just needs some support or some love, that we actually get off our butts and do it, and we're honest about that and we get all in on that. So it's a challenge for us, which is cool. So I just wanted to start, I guess, tonight a little bit about, like, this here is like a great example of how things can look one way when they're not another. Because I'm standing here now, some of you will know I work at Dalton's, and so things have been a little bit slower here, and I've managed to get a bit of a space in one of our workshops. So this is actually in our workshop. So we got workbenches over here, oil drums over here, there's a truck, we got tools and Javo machines, shameless plug for the stuff we sell, so good. And there's just all sorts of stuff around here that is not what you see on the camera, and that's what life's going to be like for a bit. People aren't going to show us how they really are, and so we need to try and find out, and we need to just keep loving on people and keep being there for people. And so it's a time for honesty, and it's a time to be real. And I tell you what, when you're doing this filming, nothing is more real than staring at a camera, talking to people who aren't in front of you. It's a really, really strange thing to do, and you get no feedback from the camera, and you get you get nothing. When you're talking to a group of people in our building, say you look around, you're looking in their eyes, you can see if what you're saying is having an impact or whether it's even making sense. And so this is a strange thing to be doing. I can tell you that. It's really, really strange. And I think for all of us that have been doing it, and particularly those of us that have a partner or a wife that we're doing it with, it's caused a few arguments. I got to tell you, it really has. It's stressful. It is stressful, and so that's interesting. I think I guess it can be like that just going to Solomon on Friday night. It's like trying to get in the car and everything's generally goes wrong when you're in a hurry. You finish work, you rush to get to Seoul at 6 o'clock, and sometimes the kids can be ready, it's the end of the week or whatever it may be. There's all sorts of things that they can go on, and you sort of get a little bit grumpy with each other maybe, and then you jump in the car and you head off to Seoul, and you get there and then you walk in the door and you kind of get snapped out of it pretty quick because there's other people there and there's all sorts going on. And when you're doing this, it lasts a lot longer, I got to tell you. It does. You just get to dwell on where you've ended up for a bit longer. So it's caused some issues. It's all good though. We come out the other side happy, which is good. And there's been some fun times as well, and we've had a lot of bloopers. It just doesn't always go well. Doesn't always pan out the way you planned it to. And I guess that's like life, living an all-in life. You've just got to say yes and get it done. Just like the leadership when we said, look, let's get this thing online, and they just went yes. Same deal, So living an all-in life is like that. You just say yes and you get into it. If you have some arguments along the way, some rough times and some bloopers, just pick yourself up and you keep going, and then you get there in the end. So we thought it'd be awesome to share some of those bloopers with you. So check these out. Hey Utes, you can just start this. Not now. After we do the big pause.
Hey guys, welcome to Soul Online. Hey guys.
No.
Hey guys, welcome to Soul Online. No, my hair was in my face.
We're not enjoying videoing ourselves.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh, hey everybody.
And if you get rid of at least 3 of these chins, that would be awesome.
Yeah? Yep.
Because Jaden and Taylor are coming up next, and we know that you'll want to get cozy and.
Hey guys, oh no, I'll give myself a bit of that. Hey guys, welcome to Soul Online. Hey guys, welcome to Soul Online.
Hey guys.
And I don't know, but on video I have a crooked head.
Easter is the busiest time on the calendar for us normally, but due to the Come on, Novid-19? Novid-19?
Just such throwaway stuff.
Don't touch this chair.
Closer to our face.
Am I in the picture?
Yeah.
My nose is running, and this is how things are going to be for a little bit. Yes, she's very mature. Stop it, Stacey.
Mom, can you get...
Hey guys.
Hey
How's it
guys.
going?
It's going good.
Careful, so do not touch this.
I'm gonna start.
I can't look at you.
Don't be a weirdo.
I can't look at you because it's too weird.
Okay, well,
So this is too weird?
yeah, bit cool.
Hey, thanks so much for that, dude.
I'm sorry. Like 3 attacked me.
Really wanted to have a really good look at what living in all in life really look like. Let's do that. Yeah.
Tell me your thoughts. I wanna know. Forgotten it already.
Hey guys. Welcome back another week. How's it all going?
It's weird. But also I'm gonna start, so don't have a funny face.
What do you mean funny face?
Well, just then when I looked around, you were going.
That was me trying to smile.
Okay.
Hey bro, the cup's different from last night. Just saying, spot the difference there if you want to use that in a couple of weeks' time maybe, or sometime, anytime. Spot the difference.
Seem like compassionate people who. Tim laughs.
Just love the rabbit holes you continue to go down. So anyway guys, hey, lockdown started on the 26th of March and
Right.
We are recording something.
Keep out the blah 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 blah.
Excuse me, sorry about that.
So close.
Blah blah blah.
Right.
You stopped me up.
That's too many.
I've done well. I had done well,
too
and then
many.
you screwed me up. I thought my last one was the last one.
Write some notes, and we'll see you out the other side.
Yeah.
Boom! Some of that stuff's pretty funny, eh? Like, yeah, it's really good. So interesting to see what goes on behind the scenes. I think the other thing for me is that there's been some absolute gold come out of this, and this whole videoing thing. If you have had a chance to check out Youth or Kids Soul, there's people sending in videos, and I know there's been challenges going on, and Tim's had this whole life hack thing, which is interesting because he's come up with some good ones, and I'm not sure if Sarah thinks they're good, but Utah and I, we're using them. We think they work. So yeah, I'll let you talk to them about that just to get some clarification as to whether it's good and maybe even what the idea is. Tim may want to share it one day with you, but I'm sure Sarah will have a different view on that. But there's been all sorts of cool stuff going on, and I love the videos. It's something that we've wanted to do here for a long time, and just to get people's lives in front of everybody at Soul, so that we know what people do and how they are in their normal everyday life, the rest of the week when we don't get to see them at Soul. And so this has been a chance to do that, and some people have just gone above and beyond with it. You'll remember if you watched our Easter service, the Pacey family from out of Pataru there, they did the Easter story, which was awesome, and I just love that stuff. And they've actually done another one. They decided to get all creative and go again, so we're going to check that out. So sit back and have a look at this.
Good night, Lucas. Hey, why are you upset?
Because everyone calls me baby boy because I'm so small and weak.
Oh. Hey, I'm going to tell you another story.
Okay.
One day, the Pacey family children went to collect some walnuts. Maeve was going to wash her hands in the trough, but then...
I'm stuck!
Here come Maeve's big brother and sister. Let's see what they can do.
We've got this. I'm really strong. And I'm really smart. We'll have you out in no time. Don't worry. My big brain tells me you should try to pull her out. I got this. Oh, she's properly stuck.
How that didn't work? You're like so strong.
And you're so smart.
Can I help?
Do what? You help us. What are you going to do that we can't? We're strong and smart, and you're just small. Yeah, just go over there. It's the big people's turn to work.
What are we going to do about Maeve though?
I don't know, eh? I know. What? We need more power! It's not working! We need more power! It's still not working! We need to go bigger! Even more power! Power!
This isn't working.
I just don't understand how it didn't work. I know. I'm so strong, but I cannot pull her. I just can't pull her out.
And I'm so smart and we use all those machines, but it just didn't work.
Nothing's working. I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you can have my boots. Thank you.
How did he figure that out? You see, Lucas, you don't have to be the biggest or the strongest or even the smartest to help. All you have to be is kind. Sinead and Joe tried to use their muscles and their cars and their motorbikes to get Maeve out of the muck, but it didn't work. Sam, the smallest, gave his boots to Maeve. He was kind and selfless, and Jesus reminds us to be this way every day. We don't have to be big and strong to solve the problem. We just have to be kind and loving like Jesus.
Very cool.
Good night, little bro.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you so much to the Pacey family for all your efforts in that video, and to everyone that's been sending in videos for Kids Soul and youth. You're doing such a great job. Just keep it up. I love watching them. I get to see them pre-Friday or pre-Thursday, some of them, and it's really cool. I love it. I love the creativity, and I love that God's pushing us in a new direction and expanding what we do as normal. We're going to have to keep doing church online for a while yet, until we sort of see where this thing pans out, and even in level 2, we're still going to have to be doing church online. So it's exciting to see what you can come up with and what we can do. So it's really, really cool. And I just think that's part of living an all in life is just somebody gives you an opportunity or somebody asks you to do something, just say yes and then give it a crack. And that's the coolest thing I think about this church and the direction that we're heading and what God's called us into. So that's really exciting. And it's like that in everything in life. There's a saying that says, "Don't waste a good crisis." And we're coming out the other side of this thing stronger than we went in. And I know as a church we definitely in a lot of areas more connected than we were, and we've got some better systems in place, and there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on that's really, really good. So it's good, and we just got to make the decision as individuals, and each day we get up and just decide we're going to live an all-in life. And so let's do it. There's stories all through the Bible of people who lived all-in lives. They just believed in who God was and what He'd done previously. And I think that so often what stops us from living an all-in life is not remembering those things that God has already done in our lives. So often we can just let things crowd them out or cloud our judgment. And I was reminded over Easter of when Jesus was on the cross there, He had a couple of guys up there with Him, and one was mocking Him and one was sticking up for Him. And the one that was sticking up for Him, he knew who Jesus was. He had obviously spent that time with Him on the cross, seen what He had been through, and he would have heard the stories and the build up to getting to that point of being on the cross with Him. And he knew who Jesus was. He'd seen who He was. He'd seen what He'd done. He would have heard about the miracles, and he chose at that point to make a decision and say to Jesus, I believe You are who You say You are, and I want to be in the kingdom with You. And Jesus says to him, "Today you'll be with Me in paradise." And I think those are the decisions that we make every day. These guys, they didn't have a lot of time to make those choices, whether they believed in Jesus or not. We have a bit more time, and sometimes that's not a good thing. But those are the decisions we can make every day. We just got to choose to believe in who He is and His promises that He's given us. And if we want to live an all-in life, it's a simple choice. We either believe in who Jesus is or we don't. Because if we second guess Him or we doubt Him or we let all those things where we've tried to change what God has told us to do, like a calling on our life or whatever it may be that He's asked us to do, and we think we can tweak that and we're better off. And if we just trust Him for who He is and trust Him for what He's done in our lives already, and make that decision to just say, yes, I'm going to follow You, and I'm going to live an all-in life because I've seen what You've done in my life, we're going to be a whole lot better off at the end of the day. And we got the long road ahead of us coming out of this lockdown and this crisis, but there's opportunities there, and there's times we're going to have to be ready to act, and there's times where we're going to have to live all-in lives. There's going to be people that are hurting and having a rough time, and we're going to have to jump in and help them and get them through it. And so we've got to be clear about what we're doing and why we're doing it. And so we've got to think back to those times Jesus has helped us out, and then we've got to be His hands and feet. So we want to live all-in lives and represent the God that saved us and His Son who died on a cross for us so that we could have life. And we've got to pass that on. We've got to share that story. We've got to make Him famous in this town. And this is the perfect opportunity to do it. So hey, let's get together. Let's stay together. Let's be closer even when we're apart. And let's be a better church than we were before this. And let's do that all to make Jesus famous. Hope you have an awesome week. So good to see you all again, and hope we can meet up again soon. See you guys.
Well guys, now you know the truth about how long it takes to get one of these shots when a kid walks in the door just as you started
recording. We're just going to keep on going. Come here.
Well guys, now you know the truth about how long it takes to get one of these shots. Thanks so much, Dion. What an awesome message and an amazing way to finish off our series All In. Make sure you tune in next week as we kick off our new series, Foundation. It's going to be epic and we don't want you to miss it.
Don't forget that tomorrow is Anzac Day and we can't celebrate it like we usually do. So there has been a campaign going around called Stand at Dawn. And the basic idea is that at sunrise tomorrow, wherever you are, you're encouraged to stand at the end of your driveway or at your letterbox or in your lounge or on the balcony, wherever you can, just to commemorate those soldiers and the sacrifice that they made for us. There are a couple of national radio stations that are broadcasting the official Anzac service at 6 a.m. So if you want more details about that, head to standatdawn.com.
In light of that, tonight we're going to play our national anthem. So make sure you stick around, make sure you take time to remember what those soldiers did for us. And we will see you guys next week. Thanks so much. See ya.
Bye.
Kia
guys, Tim here. This is Sarah with the Soul Youth Pastors.
We would love for you to join us Thursday nights, 7 p.m. at the Soul website.
See you guys there.